This episode of Distraction is sponsored by Landmark College. Try their free comparison tool for colleges with learning disability support at lcdistraction.org. Landmark College. Learn your way. Succeed uniquely. Hello, this is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. I'm going to respond to a question one of our listeners sent in, and I will read it to you. Our son, 7 years old, is not following directions at school. He is always behind the other students, and according to the teacher, quote, seems to need a special invitation to everything, unquote. I believe he is not hearing the directions due to hyperfocus or distraction. We are pursuing a 504 plan. What accommodations would you recommend? What resources would you recommend I research? And then as background, he lets us know that his son was diagnosed in March in 2017 with ADHD combined type, no coexisting diagnoses, that he's taking 10 milligrams of Adderall and 3 milligrams of Intuniv. The school, he's on an IEP for speech delay only, pursuing a 504 for ADHD. And his grades, grade level for reading and science, below grade level for writing, organization, following directions, and remaining on task. Well, the major message I would take from this question is that you're not getting the maximum benefit out of medication. It sounds like he's, while he's on Adderall, 10 milligrams is not much of a dose, and it's the immediate release, so it's worn off pretty soon. And 3 milligrams of Intuniv, I don't think is going to make up the difference. So I would revisit with your doctor the idea of increasing the medication, perhaps to 20 milligrams of Adderall XR. And I'd think about, or at least ask the question, is the Intuniv really helping? Because, it does have the side effect of sedation, which can contribute to loss of attention. Medication is by no means the only treatment, but it is certainly the simplest, and in the short term, the immediate term, the most powerful. So you want to always make sure you're getting maximum mileage out of medication. And when the teacher, when he seems not to be listening, that cries out for medication is too low. Now, medication won't always work. 20% of cases, like me, it doesn't help at all. So, you want to make sure if he is getting some benefit, he's getting maximum benefit. Once that's taken care of, then it really is a matter of reminders, coaching in the classroom, sit close to the teacher, make the teacher aware that he can get lost in his thoughts, and so encourage him to be an active student, an active listener, raise his hand. Even if he doesn't have a question, raise his hand and say, I was wondering what I should ask as a question, or, anything to keep him involved in the classroom. Make sure the teacher is aware that he has ADD, that he's not being lazy, that he's not being disrespectful, simply by calling on him, looking at him, noticing him regularly. These are ways, without medication, you can keep a child engaged in the classroom. As for resources, I'd go to my book, Delivered from Distraction. Driven to Distraction came out in 1994. Delivered from Distraction came out in 2005, so it has newer information. And also make sure you're working with an expert who is a resource in him or herself, because the human connection, the human expert makes a big difference. And finally, go to the wonderful website understood.org. That's understood.org. Absolutely chock full of information, and you can personalize it. You go to that website, understood.org, massive amount of information, and you just type in, I have a 7-year-old son who has problems with attention. And all the answers you'll get will be tailored to that particular problem and that particular age and that particular gender. So understood.org does all the research for you and just presents you in tremendously user-friendly fashion everything you could possibly need to know. Understood.org. Well, I hope this answer to this question has been useful to you and to all the rest of you who might be listening right now. Please Join our following. Tell your friends about Distraction. We want to build a wonderful, powerful, positive community. This is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. Please rate and review Distraction on Apple Podcasts. Remember to reach out to us directly with your comments and questions. Email us at connect@distractionpodcast.com. I know that's a mouthful, so I'll say it again. connect@distractionpodcast.com. Or leave us a voicemail by calling 844-55-CONNECT. That's 844-55-CONNECT. Distraction is produced by Collisions, the podcast division of CRN International. Collisions, podcasts for curious people. Our producer is the dynamic Sarah Gurton, and our sound engineer is the marvelously talented Scott Person. And our music theme was created by the invisible man we never see, Mark Berman.